Yeah, so I'm just gonna do this off the cuff. I don't really have like a set dialogue or transcript or whatever. I just have been thinking over the weekend. I mean, this has been going on for a while, but I mean, I've been working. Okay, context for you. Title is probably gonna say something like, "I wish I would have done something different with my life." I don't know. So like, I've just been feeling kind of awful about not pursuing creative things that I used to just really enjoy in high school and college. So playing music and singing mostly. I wish that I would have, dived a little deeper and committed a little harder to doing those things, even as just a for fun thing, because I picked up the guitar over the weekend just to because I just had that urge to want to do something creative, and I just lost so much of it. Not that I was any good. I think I was just intermediate, I'd say, guitar player, but just even remembering scales and patterns, pentatonic scale, major scale, knowing the notes on the fretboard, things like that. Remembering songs. I could barely remember this Dashboard Confessional song. I used to sing a lot before I was on hormones, and my voice is significantly deeper now, and I think I lost my singing voice because it's just not where, obviously my voice has changed. And you all don't know that because I started this channel, post hormones, so you've only known my deep voice pretty much. But I used to sing a lot of Paramore, and I was in chorus and all that stuff in high school. I wouldn't say I wasn't great, but I wasn't bad. I was decent, and I'm just kind of sad about it. And I was talking to my coworker, just venting, and yeah, this is first world problems. I'm still working pretty damn good job, and I'm making a pretty good living, but it's my tech workers know it just feels robotic. It becomes to feel robotic and monotonous, and obviously there's a lot of corporate stuff that you have to do if you want to get, if you want to level up, so you do those things, or at least I've been doing those things, and it just feels, you start to feel phony a little bit, because it's not you genuinely want to do those things. And I talk about this, I'm open with this with my boss about this, and he knows. So we try to do a good balance of the things that I do, for work, so that I can level up. But something about having a birthday recently, and just made me reflect and miss that part of me, that creative part of me. There was time and headspace for that, and now these days it's I was telling my coworker, I feel I just squeeze in the things around my job, which I work 4 10-hour days, so I'm usually pretty mentally exhausted by the end of the day. To some it's going to be an excuse, to some it's going to be a reason. I don't really care what you think it is, it's just how I'm feeling right now. And I know I definitely am not the only one who feels this way. I don't really know what to do about it. My coworker was asking me if you could do something else, what would it be? And it's such a hard question to answer, because it's I can't think that far ahead right now. All I can do is just acknowledge what I'm feeling right now. Come on, girls, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. yeah. It's just been, I don't know, just been in my head. Just been in my head. I did cut a bunch of my hair off too. Cut like a good 6 inches off, maybe even more, because I just honestly got fed up with trying to get my hair all tied up every time I go for a ride. So I was like, you know what, fuck it. I haven't had like a different hairstyle in a while, so I just decided to cut my hair, and it's fine to me. Yeah, this is my first time testing it out, so we'll see if it gets like any kind of tangle, because there's about maybe 2 or 3 inches peeking out of the helmet. So if that's enough to get tangled, I mean, whatever, I'll just cut it shorter. It's not a big deal to me. Smells like dead iguana now. The thing I'll never get is like people who are at a fucking green light, but they're like, bruh, let's just all stop. God damn. It's a very fucking Florida thing to do. Maybe it's just because tourists don't know where the fuck they're going and intersections just trip them up for some reason. I don't know. See a lot of Florida plates here, so I don't understand. Like, there shouldn't be hesitations going on right here. I don't understand. Yep. If I've got any office people watching, I'm so curious how you feel, how you get out, because I work from home, so I mean, it's also a conversation that I've had with my manager a bunch of times, where it's like, I know you gotta take breaks, but like sometimes there's just that easy thing that comes up that you could get to, so you do that, and then another easy thing comes up, so you do that, and then that cycle just kind of repeats itself. So it's definitely a me thing too, where like I could get out, you know, for 15 minutes and just go for a walk or whatever, if it's not raining, because it's been raining a lot. This like last few months, it's been like raining a lot in South Florida, or it's just super hot. But it is finally starting to let up, like on the heat, and where it seems like we're trading it in for some rain, which, like, I mean, whatever. At least there's some like nights and mornings where it's cool enough out and it's not raining, so I'll take what I can get. But yeah, it's just like those are like little things that temporarily, you know, you can get out, but it's just like big picture the stuff that I was thinking about over the weekend, where it's like, I think I already said it early in the video, but I was telling my coworker and my friend, I'm like, fuck man, I grew up and I'm this, like I grew up to be this. Granted, I think that the work that I do is impactful and important. It's just not like, I don't get to be creative during it. So what I do for a living, guys, if you don't already know, which I don't think I've ever discussed it, but I'm an accessibility engineer. So basically, just think about somebody who works just really low level words, or high level words I'll use is just like somebody who works in web development, and they make websites and applications, so like apps on your phone, they make that stuff accessible. I work for one company and I work on their products, so it's not like I'm like in an agency where I'm working for like multiple different products, which I'm grateful for because I don't miss agency life. I have worked at a couple different agencies, and that work kind of just is, I don't like the churn of that work, we'll say. I like the consistency and the steadiness of getting to work on, you know, only a couple projects. But that's what I do. So I make the internet accessible as possible for people with disabilities. So blind people, people with low vision, people who are hard of hearing, people with mobile issues, mobility issues, whether it's permanent or temporary, for all of those. So that's just in a nutshell what I do. And I think it's really meaningful, and I'm grateful. You know, like I said earlier, I recognize it's a first world problem, but it lets me get a lot of the analytical and like calculated side of my personality and my like natural tendencies, I guess. I get to like flex a lot of that, all of that pretty much at my job. But it's just, I've just been doing it for so long. Not necessarily accessibility work, but like, you know, software work, front-end development work. And I just dearly, deeply miss the creative side of just getting to work on whatever it is, whatever I want to do. Mostly musically, if I'm being honest. I thought that having this YouTube channel actually might be a good, kind of fuck that down, check that, but I thought that it might be a good thing, good hobby to do, because it helps me flex stuff creatively. Oh, this will be my first kind of big U-turn in a pretty big intersection, so let's hope that all goes well. I think I'll be alright. Sharper turn than the Land Rover. Can we make this light? What do you think? Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I gotta just... I've had these feelings before. I'm sure, positive, if we're all the office job, you know, tech workers are listening, I'm sure that you all have thought about, or you've had the same thoughts. I feel like unless you're extremely, extremely like passionate and dedicated to just being in tech, I don't think you would have those thoughts perhaps, but this is where I'm at, so. And I don't know what the next move is, which I think naturally, like my friend was sort of hinting at, we all want to just, what's the next, you know, if this isn't working, what can we do next? But right now, all I know is now, and what I can, like what I'm feeling now, and I'm trying to sort through that. It's honestly, like, it's just, I said earlier, I work 4 10s, I work 4 10-hour days, so I'm sitting down a lot. I'm pretty sedentary, unfortunately, and it's taking a toll on my health, like, it's taking a toll on my mentality. First world problems, I know, but this is where we're at. And I don't really know what else, like, if there's some sort, like, a conclusion to this chat, but other than just putting it out there, and, you know, there's thousands, I'm sure, probably maybe hundreds of thousands of tech workers out there, or office workers that feel the same way. So it's I feel that right with you. And if you know, like, I don't know, have you, like, if you're past that and you're not working in tech anymore, I'm so curious where you ended up landing, or if you are in tech and you've done stuff to, don't know about combat that feeling, but just change perspective. I'm very curious how that went for you, like the conversations you had and the thought process around that. Because I worked in retail, you know. I've worked a fuckload of jobs before I got into tech. So like I've seen the other side, paycheck wise and just environment wise, company culture wise. I've seen the other side. This is kind of me putting myself out there a bit, so I'd like to do videos like this, you know, kind of just talking about deeper stuff other than motorcycle stuff, as fun as that is. It's just like, it's not all about motorcycles with me. This is something that's just fun, and I get to be free doing it, you know. But I would love to talk about deep stuff like this, so if this meant something to you in some way that was helpful, or I don't know, it was just nice to know that somebody else is feeling the same way. Just, I don't know, and you want to hear more about, I don't know, if you just want to, if you think videos like this are helpful, let me know, because I'd love to try making more of them and see how that goes. Anyways, I am past 600 miles here, so I've got my the oil and the oil filter in the garage, so I should be doing an oil change pretty soon, maybe this weekend if I can get around to it. So hopefully I could do a little video on that. Alright guys, well, I didn't mean to be like bringing the house down, you know, bringing the vibe down with this chat, but I'm just trying to say how I feel, and hopefully it reaches somebody and helps somebody too. Hopefully you guys are doing well, keeping safe wherever you are. And yeah, I'm Casey. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next ride.